Hello everyone, my name is Christopher Liam Rose. I'm author, mentor, life coach, motivational speaker, evangelist, musician, and activist. In this podcast and audio, we're going to be sharing a message. I've been sharing the Spiritually Helping Other People podcast to inspire humanity to go through spiritual change, to learn about Jesus Christ, Jehovah Buddha, to learn about the no self and selflessness, and to learn about helping other people, giving back and making a difference. Now, within this message today, we're going to be sharing an important message. So this message is called Spiritual Overpower. So when you've discovered who you are as a human being, your nature, the no self and selflessness, you then get the chance and the authority to have spiritual overpower. Spiritual overpower means you're above the natural and above the norm. It means you've gone through a spiritual change, a spiritual awakening that's transformed your life from the self into the no self. Now, spiritual overpower is very important in helping other people, giving back and making a difference. You need spiritual overpower to do the work of ministry, helping other people, helping the animals, and helping the universe. The spiritual overpower is when you've transcended all the suffering, pain, and adversity that you've been through in your life from the self into the no self. And this is a spiritual transformation of the psyche and the psychological mind. So it's so important that we go through the process of spiritual change. And spiritual overpower means you have the power to do exactly what you need to do in life. Follow Jesus Christ, Jehovah Buddha's will for your life, and follow your spiritual calling and your spiritual dharma. Now, overcoming the world is a very difficult thing to do, but we need a spiritual overpower to really overcome anything that we've been through. Each human being can find the light within themselves because the light is already within you. The light is within you. So you already have a light that's already shining inside of you, but you need to bring it out. So it's so important you find your spirituality, your faith, and you find your religion if that's something you believe in. And then once you go through a spiritual change of the psyche and the psychological mind, then you have the spiritual overpower. You'll be doing things in life that people can't do. You'll be helping other people, helping the animals, helping the universe. You'll have the authority to speak things into existence. You'll have the authority to take spiritual actions towards the future. And you'll be living a spiritual, truthful, faithful, righteous life, which is very important for Jesus Christ, Jehovah, and Buddha. Now, spiritual overpower is what overcomes any suffering, pain, and adversity. So we need to find it within life. The only way you find spiritual overpower is when you've gone past suffering, pain, and adversity, which basically means the end of suffering, the end of pain, the end of adversity. Now, the spiritual overpower needs to be shined in life. Who you are, the essence of who you are, your creation, your being, your nature needs to be shined in life to help other people, help humanity, help the universe. So really understand that spiritual overpower is something that you achieve from a spiritual change that gives you spiritual enlightenment, and that transcends the self into the no self and selflessness, which is basically the ultimate power. Once you discover who you are, your faith and your spirituality and your religion, then the no self and selflessness becomes the most important thing, which is a life when you know yourself and you understand your life experiences, your difficulties and your challenges that you've been through. So please find the spiritual overpower. Please find your spiritual essence, your nature, your being. Once you do, through spiritual change of the 5 spiritual practice, prayer, meditation, mindfulness, walking, journaling, then do the 5 levels of helping other people. Level 1, volunteering. Level 2, jobs, careers, employment. Level 3, business, entrepreneurship. Level 4, faith and spiritual. Level 5, spiritually helping other people, who helping other people. And then by doing that, you have the spiritual overpower, the true essence of who you are. You'll be living your spiritual life purpose, your dharma, and your spiritual calling. Then you find nirvana. Then you find heaven on earth. Heaven is meant to be lived on earth, and it's a spiritual, eternal state that you find within your mind. Once you transform your mind, you transform your life. Once you transform your life, you transform your being. Once you transform your being, you transform your psyche and your psychological mind. So spiritually change your thinking, spiritually change your life. That gives you the spiritual overpower and the authority to help other people, help humanity, help the animals. I hope this has helped. I hope you'll find your spiritual overpower. Thank you for listening now. Have a good day. Bye now. Thanks.